Hey, how's it going, Shy? This is Shy Guy Rocks 1998. Welcome to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn those down a little bit because they're just playing a little bit loud in my headset. Alrighty. Now that we are ready, we begin a new game! And we will play the first. Oh, it saved my content. I did a test playthrough. Of the first thing. I've played this series a while. I know how this thing goes. So don't worry about that. Let us begin with the first turnabout. Damn it! Why me? Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. It's been a while since I played, though. I know basic gists and such. Boy, am I nervous. Right. I love this fucking detail that they have in the character portraits here. It is amazing. Shit, I need another root beer. I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. You don't say! It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. I owe him a favor. Yes. Actually, I kinda owe my current job to him. It's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me! Really, I said it at every water cooler conversation. I really want to help him. I owe him that much. Semi-blindly. I know how the game goes. I know the basic idea, but it's been a long while since I played. Death! Despair! Oh. You don't say! Hey there, Larry. Jesus, dude. What the hell's wrong? You took her away from me. Person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. Oh my god. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested? The unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, if something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. but I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do! August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. I'm not doing this guy's voice. This guy's voice could be way too high-pitched for my throat to handle. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant. Why, the defendant is Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Well, if I just hit R1 here and go to the court record, someone named Cindy. Cindy Stone. Glad I read the case report cover to cover. It's... I'm drawing a total blank. Oh, Jesus. Okay. With the increased detail, I can see the actual feelings. I see feelings. The victim. Of course I know the victim's name. Yeah, it's Cinderblock, right? Good old Cinderblock. I just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. You just looked at it, Phoenix! Victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R1 button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim? Let me check something real quick. This might be spoilers here. Clear the episodes. Oh my god. Okay, I just see this. Please turn in your badge. This is a silver trophy. When asked who the defendant is, answer Mia Fey. Oh. Oh, god damn it. Making me want to do... Okay. Alright, just calm down. Calm down. Alright. The victim is Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct! Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you! Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. This victim was struck by a black object. I just realized what I just said. Did I get that fucking trophy? No. I had to make sure it was real. The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Right? Did you do something? Pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. The evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1 button to check it frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later. so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem! Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Christ, man, your fucking hands get huge when you get angry. Also, why are you sweating? Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you, anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it! Lies! I don't believe a word! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... We need to stop. Stop it! My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof! Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die. I'm gonna just drop dead. Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Ah, boy. This is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah, I was there. I went. Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill! She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Jesus Christ, man. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? Prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Mr. Perrin, the prosecution may call this witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. That is a weird-ass look. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Newspapers. Witnesses count. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity in Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright? Yes, yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination? In red text, Your Honor? Alright, Wright. This is it. The real deal. What am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies! What? He was lying? I've already done a test playthrough of this part. I know the first case. Trust me. Second case I might need help with. Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must lie in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the R1 button, then point out contradictions in the testimony. What they don't tell you is you do this with the triangle button. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man filling the apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry, because he left the door half open behind him. Yeah. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 o'clock p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. Oh, Jeez, man, chill your throat. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 o'clock p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Jesus Christ. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this. This one's easy. Hey! Boop, 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 boop. Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. Everyone's acting like it's friggin' Metal Gear Solid with their dings. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Salt? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Salt, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Salt. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. I'll gladly cross-examine him with my gray eyes. Objection. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Dun, 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 dun. I love the music. You, with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submit it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears your witness's testimony is correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with the testimony now? Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified they never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he... You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. On the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. I didn't think that was Phoenix talking. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard. No, I mean, I saw... Wright is not amused. Shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you! I saw him! He killed her, and he should burn! Burn! Give him death! On the court, I say! Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims! Mr. Wright! Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Saw It heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply sound the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh, what's he talking about now?
Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal!
You liars are all slime.
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? You know what? I can. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
I present to you the victim's passport! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day of the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Where's the body?
Oh! What do I say? Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time!
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty!
Yay, confetti! Confetti everywhere!
And with that, this court is adjourned.
It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sod grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. The clock. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Whew! I still can't believe we won! Right! Good job in there! Congratulations! Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. She's this glad. Imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wind is gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. Actually, no, that's just a nickname for him that was given by Larry. His real name is Phoenix. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? The statue. It's rather heavy, isn't it? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. Okay, let me just... I'm trying to find stuff. Okay, here we go. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. And thus, that is the end of episode 1. But it's not the end of this stream. We have not even gotten close. Let's save our progress up to this point. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. Episode 2, Turnabout Sisters. You saw that. Answer it, fuck! Hello? This is Maya. Hey, Maya. It's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great! I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. Put some papers inside instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Ah, my ears! Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. My fucking ears! Ow! September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? You are not cogniferous of my background? Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Oh no! Dun dun. Whack! Red, white, blue. Ouch. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late! Huh, that's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Let us move! That smell. Blood! Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Dun 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 dun. Who are you? Oh fuck, she fainted. Strange girl dropped out cold. Left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally, she was cold. Chief. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but there are any clues here? She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. Huh. There are some glass shards near Chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. Huh? Piece of paper. Must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police, find out what that girl is doing here. Slide. No clues here. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screamed from outside the window? She's staring right at me! She's holding a phone in her hand. Huh? That girl just now, where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. Uh-oh, hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. Never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Let's talk to her first. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me? Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And Sis. So she was already dead. So you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. You were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes. It was that clock. It was the thinker. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What odd name? We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great, just great. Maya, wait, she wouldn't have... Nah. Whoa! Excuse me! This word "my" here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Well, Mr. Gumshoe, the game is afoot. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention Center, visitor's room. This stream's probably gonna go on for 2 hours, because I'm having so much fun with this already. Jeez, the detail, man. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning! She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? That's what I wanted to talk to you about. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Of course I will! Cheer up! Really? Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it? No one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So, he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. Oh, it's so beautiful. Something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it sounds strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. Spirit medium? Pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Couldn't you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yeah, that clock shaped like the Thinker, the one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right, she said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes, I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete these things. So you say you have a conversation with your sister. My mic is off? How is my mic off? What do I gotta do? What's going on? Am I too low? Too high? Or is it the fan? Is it the fan? There's a fan right next to me. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming Bob. Right now 9. All lights were off and I could smell blood and I found her. So you're an acolyte, medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family. So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course! She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait, what? So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and anything? You can't contact me, spirit, then? We can just ask her who killed her! I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you'd go ask him to represent me? Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much! I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. Trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. The visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. I already talked about Day of the Crime, so... The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey! You there! This is a crime scene, pal! No trespassing! Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How can anyone mistake me for Larry? Ah, I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right, and you were... What should I say? Come on, guys, tell me. What should I say? It doesn't matter what I say, honestly, but what should I say? Who is this man? Suede shoes. Suede shoes, wasn't it? That's me. Don't step on my blue suede shoes. Wait, that's a song, pal. My name's Dick Gumshoe. Wait, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Alright, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Woo! He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Dun dun dun. About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why you say that? Says put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Ah, don't talk about him that way! You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case, pal. So Edgeworth's on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. Never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Did you think you could give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer! Uh-oh, he's on to me. Not so straight. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy. What should I tell him? Something the matter? Oh no, that carrying strap on the cell phone. This? It says the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. Steel Samurai, that action hero on TV? Yeah, you see, that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. That what she said? Yeah. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go. Seems you didn't notice the recorded conversation. Check court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yeah, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influence on the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. So you sent her home already, huh? You're trying to loyally tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. Guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. Got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. I'm out! Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Tee. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting. I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Well, look at this. It's a screwdriver. I wonder what's inside. Hey, hey! Oh, God, those eyes! Ugh! Ugh. Okay, that fucking scares me more than the DS one did. Jesus! Bad boy. Really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was gonna explode for a second there. Wonder what's gonna be inside the drawer. Let me see it! Maybe later. I wanna see it, though! Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Ooh, observe, incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What'd you see? Don't suppose you could tell me about it? Pretty please? Let me see, well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, boy. Could you... Just who exactly are you? Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, I'm just doing my job here. You know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do? No, teehee, you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh, boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Someone staying here with you? Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Oh, no, not me. I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh, boy. How about you go fuck yourself? Huh, seems like Mr. Grossberg's out. Maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. That wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me? Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. A badge on your collar. So you're a lawyer, are you now? Well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one can get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Sir, actually it's about Maya. Maya Fey. Oh, yes, Maya Fey, go on. What a strange reaction. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on days' notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How'd you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, no discussion. What's going on? You're refusing me before you even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, I'm busy, sir. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep, fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. I think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How'd you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. Ah, you notice. Puts my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Hiya. Oh, you're back! Did you find the lawyer? Well, see... I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. Been abandoned then. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know, so she could still be alive. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined. After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. Okay, before I ask about the mother's enemy, I've got to go get a drink. After doing Grossberg, my throat hurts. I will be right back. I'm back, and with this video's hashtag not sponsor, mug root beer. So who is this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. Police consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. I need to turn on another fan. Wow. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name, my sister told me. White. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well... Count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Woo, she smiled at last. You are innocent, right? Yes, and I trust you. Oh, I am so glad. I am so glad they put more detail into her. Because when she went like that, it looked like her fucking cheeks were puffing out, like she was holding her breath. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. What was inside that strange woman's drawer? let's go see.
Good afternoon, sir.
Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Alright. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there's a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Alright, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother! Could it be a coincidence? A wiretap. Well, bellboy. Time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May, in court! Save for progress? Definitely. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant.
Mr. Edward, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map at the office to explain.
Body was found by this window here, and the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. Murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir.
According to the statue is evidence.
They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans, add to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We have witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
Very moment, you say. Very well, Miss Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? But my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony. She would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. Alright, let's give this a go.
Hold it! Hold on, won't you, for a second?
You said it. I guess she is pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Have any more solid proof other than a claims detective?
I guess Preston can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. It was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. No, I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir.
Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
Fuck. Hold it! Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course you wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective.
Oh! Vince has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Objection! Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Day after the murder. It was the day after the murder.
Prosecution point being?
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. There is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see!
Damn you, Edgeworth. Should've known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I'm a sham! Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright! The defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service, wink.
Instructions should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. Tee. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fane Cole offices?
That's right, big boy.
Oh God, help me. Please testify to court what you saw. Hold up, why didn't you ask for her job?
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. One attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. That girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. And then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy bitsy. Wink.
Creepy. Okay. Well, Your Honor.
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see you need to trouble the witness any.
Wait, Your Honor!
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Miafei's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you!
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Alright, I want to know more about this. How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person that seen the crime with a short, girlish figure. Testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Hold on a minute! That testimony stinks!
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... You're lying! Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Scary eyes, again.
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless.
My fucking phone just dropped.
About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Enough with the scary eyes! No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. I love this music. I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. Testimony is bogus!
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. So did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Fucking... I'm just gonna get a picture to show how fucking creepy these eyes are.
I saw what I saw. Just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Court would like to remind you, please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Oh God, no. I almost had her. Witness's account, part 2.
The woman dodged her first attack and ran off to the right. And the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think.
Please gonna go jump.
Hold up a minute!
Attack him!
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said the statue of the thinker was a clock. There's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Oh God, I'm gonna see if I can take another picture of this, because the last one I took made her look like she's high. Fucking demonic, man. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. That's close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How do you know it was a clock?
What? That's because I heard it? Yeah, I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law offices of Faye & Co.
No, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. See?
The law offices of Faye & Co. where the murder took place is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Are you satisfied? No, Your Honor! I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock, it's missing its clockwork. See anything interesting, Your Honor? Yes, as the defense says! This clock is missing its clockwork! It's quite empty! Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? As you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. I love how she focuses on fat. Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Eh? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew! It was empty, as you say, it can't ring. However, when was the clockwork removed? Ah. Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. Now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed. Was this fucking cell phone! Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone.
This isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone. It contains a recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order!
Defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Ow! Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this is recorded. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain the score? So how'd you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store is that again? I go to so many. I forgot. Wink.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does this defense have any objections, Wright? Yes! Witness claims she'd seen it before. This directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well, let's see it.
Take that! It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuses not on sale today? Uh-oh, shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm scared. Ugh! Actually... You know what? That is not as bad as the fucking cat eyes. Oh my god.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law and the witness will remain calm.
Okay, you can be pissed! Take the cat eyes away!
I don't like lose it. Yes, I did. Tee.
Scary.
How'd you know the weapon was clock?
Why are you staring at me? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. You knew the weapon was a clock because the witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. That's correct, Your Honor. Take that! Have a look at this! That... I found this in Miss May's room.
Mr. Wright doesn't ring the call what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not? Shows me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. The defense cruelly claimed that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely! Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The phone! I present the defendant's cell phone. Listen once more to the conversation. Miss April May! You used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock! Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? Defense demands an answer. Answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss Wright! Shut up! All of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You liar!
Christ! So fair. Oh, you gang up on me like that. So I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? Ah!
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now deal the final blow. Now deal a final blow. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant?
Saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. Well, the court does not condone the defense's tone of voice. He has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious.
Way, I say, way. I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. That's not what I was trying to fucking prove. It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maifei, commit murder. No, they're gonna just let her walk away! There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well... The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it!
I think you've sunk in quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reasoning?
because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition: if Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent, and thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. I better find some suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. I accept. Understood. Fell right into my trap. Wait. Let's do it! I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That T-set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I'm the head bellboy at the Fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Wait, what? Right, I'm ready. I hope. Gatewater. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell! Oh my god! You are sure it was Miss April May herself? I just spit. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, favored me with an embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. Hold it! 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, time of the murder. It's no good! Nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. Was a bit tedious. The witness may understand. Can't let this happen, can I? Wait! Please wait! Yes! Does the defense have anything to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question after all. This is really it? What do I ask him about? Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Alright, very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me, what exactly was disappointment? Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have a little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Don't worry! Tell us the truth! Did Miss May check in with another person? I object! That was objectionable! Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oof.
Dude, the reactions here look like something out of One Piece.
You fool!
Holy shit, 4 people watching have won? I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor! We have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person?
Simple. It was
the man who checked in with Miss May.
Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder.
My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late.
Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court!
Upstart! Amateur! These accusations are ludicrous! Enough! Court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all day for the trial of my affair. Court is adjourned!
Excuse me. Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there! I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too. Ha! That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir! I'm gonna find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. Counting on you. I shall save. And I am also going to ask, should I continue or leave this part here? I'm joking. We're gonna continue. Well, hello. Oh, crap. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking lawyer. Oh, God. April, Miss May, calm it down. Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. So, what do you wish to ask of me? For starters, how'd you get to be so totally whacked? About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on! No way, Jose! Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Why'd you place a wiretap on Mia's phone?
Oh, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal.
Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May.
Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school. Creep.
This woman is impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person.
That does it, bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer!
Bottom? Can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? Let's get the fuck out of here, okay? To the Grossberg. Oh, what happened to the painting? He's avoiding me for some reason.
Pictures.
DL6 is in Exhibit A and Exhibit B. Let's go to Exhibit A. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this. No one miss one little photo. This photo is useless. Swat it!
God damn those eyes!
To the Gatewater! Ah, welcome, sir. Good performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room cost. It'll be great for business, sir. Whoa, Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you're on a guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you.
Who is this man?
Take a look at this photo. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just want to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Without doubt, that's the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that's him? An affidavit? This guy's way too excited about this. Write it. Well, sure, why not? Yes, I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I'll be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit.
Just hurry up and write it!
Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. Bye, bellboy! To the detention center! Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. When this case is done, I am shaving my head. Have a look at this.
Look, I've said several times, I'm not telling you. Where did you?
Aha! A reaction. This is him, isn't it?
What? Who? When? Why?
It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder.
No, that's not right.
Nice try, Miss Cooperative.
Do you have proof that was him? Yeah, proof. Show me proof.
So close.
I've got the proof right here!
Could you have a look at this?
What's that?
The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw, such as the man you checked in with. Who was most definitely this guy? Now I'm getting somewhere.
Push her hard!
No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press.
What?
Even though he should have been witness to murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation.
Oh, fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer.
Yes! Man, that felt good. It's great to be alive.
Why are you pumping your fists in the air?
Now tell me about the man you were with.
That man, he's my boss. Red White, the president of the information gathering conglomerate Blue Corp.
Red White? Information gathering?
Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency.
So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder.
I'm scared to talk. Don't want to end up like her.
It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp's located? Red, white, blue. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action! Bellboy's affidavit, discarded. I'll be honest, we shouldn't have discarded it. Holy frick frack, this is weird. What's with the surreal decor? Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the? Your name! What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Christ, this man. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably? Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendivous! Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the word elite challenged. What a fruitcake! Let me guess. You're an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Yipes! This guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she has done. What she has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed! She is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties, but I assure you we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. Sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy is staying on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? The police. The courts. To me, they are mere toys. Playthings for my amusement. What company is Blue Corp anyway? Ah, excellent question! We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future, you might say. We are the future! Sell information? In just 10 years, I've built this business up into the grand office you see now. In case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not? There's something that's been bothering me. Yes, what might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh? Just yesterday, actually. Your point being? My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. Appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing, zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger. What? He punched me! Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away. I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say, but I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your compensation. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume? Mr. Grossberg's, yeah. Then you must ask him! Why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now! Skedaddle! There is nothing more to discuss. Oh, you fuckwit. Huh? Oh, I just saw that! What? Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat? Ahem! Oh, you! What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days. I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess. Something's really bothering him, that much is clear. So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all night last night, you see. Couldn't get away with sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, she was just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
I asked before, but why do you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
I have a right to Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just I need more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. So I paid Blue Corps a visit.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy.
You see, it's just... Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it. Today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp. Red White's office.
So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know what it is. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof.
Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest you again.
Okay, I'm just gonna read something. Remember I took a picture of Miss April May's cat eyes? I put it in a Discord server I'm on, and here's a response from it. Satan spawn be gone! That is seriously...
After all, you were Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate.
What's he talking about? What are you talking about?
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corps is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid.
I am not inviting you. No. Not to that Discord server. I have a YouTube Discord server. Its link is in the description, but I'm not inviting you to the one that I mentioned.
I've been paying them for 15 years now. All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed. As you suspected, I cannot stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are bound, unable to do harm themselves, and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium.
A medium?
Her name was Misty Faye.
Faye?
Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
Why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. One person found out. I told him.
You told White?
He offered me riches. It was an embarrassment to me now.
This fuckwit!
Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
I see.
White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look in Mia's office. She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
To the law officers! A to I. A, B, F, Misty Faye. Should I take a look? Read it.
I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the one who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of 2 men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite, who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... The record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. J to S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim. Skim. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. Biggest part's here at the end of S. Suicide? Just writing almost sees in pencil. White? This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Check them! T to Z. T-U... I know! W! White! The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? To Blue Cop! Whoa, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me! If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. Mr. White, do you know this? The only clue Mia left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds, and one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia! She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation, Mr. Wrong. What is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, 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 I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office, hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir, I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong, Mr. White. Excuse me? What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was on you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be? Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it! Secretary's office? We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude! I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner! The hatchet man! The liquidator! The killer man! What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you! I'll point the finger at you and you'll be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe, a button, sir! Ah, Butts! Harry Butts! Right, actually, Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right, sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. What a douche.
Seriously, what a douche. Can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me, and the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea.
Right! Mr. Wright!
Oh, Maya!
Great, they let you out of detention.
Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we've switched places.
What? You mean, you...
I explained what had happened to Maya.
I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied?
We're doing the trial tonight, boy!
Mother, my sister, now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well...
You could cheer for me in court.
Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader?
Huh? Yeah, like that.
Alright, leave it to me, huh? I better go get a uniform and some pom-poms.
Wait a minute!
What? I'm kidding, it was a joke. No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. Good to know you're on my side.
There really isn't anything you can do for me anyway.
I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind.
Just a piece?
Okay, then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show him a thing or two.
Times may change, yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow, it's me or him! To be continued. Immediately. Let us save! It's time. September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah, one way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah! Phoenix, look! Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything.
Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this?
Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Well, court will be starting soon. Let's fucking do it. Who's ready to take this bastard down? Gordon down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. I shall. I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man. Besides, at the time I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Okay. Great, he gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand.
Please say your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage?
Bling bling.
Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name.
These two are great together.
My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Niño, which is Spanish for White Niño. I'm the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory! No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Ahem. Why tell you what you already know?
Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony.
If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I am done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Bling bling. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer.
Let him have it, Phoenix.
Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. Let me try that again. I was quietly perusifying, that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away. But you gave chase! Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over.
Alright. I already know what to...
Hold it! Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course! Comprende! I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? Are you sure? As you know, I am always absolutely perfect!
Perhaps you can change your testimony or reflect this new detail?
Wait a minute. Miss May's testimony says she ran to the right. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh ho ho! It is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Ugh! That is a fucking funny face. Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe you really did see the victim run left, so he did witness the killing. Wait a second!
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court?
Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha! I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel!
Mr. Wright, what do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. You wanna know where he was standing? I tell you all, he was standing right here! This is where he was! Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point to him, it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing! Excuse me, motherfucker.
Oh,
I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion!
The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I've been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. Then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? Motherfucker. You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Okay, I can clearly see the problem in this dude's testimony. I can clearly see what was wrong. From one blow. Not two, one. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. Wright, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, he was quiet. Objection! The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away! Very well. The witness will carry revise his testimony. Crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White! Okay. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. Killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Flap! Flap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Ooh. What is that thing? You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Oh, that! The glass light stand! Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, that is odd. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Change your testimony to reflect that. This will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Yeah, I'm sorry, no, that's not... That can't be true. Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the light stand. What? The stand broke into pieces when it fell. Ugh! Just by seeing the broken pieces, you have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me, exactly when was it that you saw the stand? Answer the question! Isn't it obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over! So you saw the stand before the victim was attacked, then? Correct! That would be no problemo, right? There's a big problem here. What problem is this? Mr. Wright, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred. Correct! That is so. It's conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable! No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand.
Why couldn't he? You have proof?
I sure do, Your Honor. Person in the hotel could not have seen the stand fall over, and here is why. Look at this.
These are floor plans seen the murder, yes?
Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you'd be able to see. Here. Well, note the stand is now within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that?
Ridiculosity!
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as glass light stand. So when did you see the stand, Mr. White? Must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place! Ah!
Mr. White?
Mr. White, you did it, didn't you?
Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia.
So we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright.
What? Oh, I forgot about Edgeworth.
Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now?
What?
I said you should confess your crime, ergo. Confess that you placed the wiretap!
The wiretap?
Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court. Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is heading. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay.
What does that have to do?
Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who? No, you wouldn't! Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles! Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand.
Now I'm confused.
Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
I see.
However, it is the fact that Mr. White had been in that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is!
Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping.
Leave it to me. I feel faint. Bye-bye, that's when I saw this light stand. Correct! That is right.
I see. If anyone is right, you may cross-examine.
What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Alright, guys, I don't know what we could use, so let's press every statement. Hold it! Do you have proof? Proof's wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. Hold it! Was it really you that went into the office, or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. law offices. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Why'd you know something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a putacious thing serves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Well, maybe he's riled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Do you have proof? Damn it. Hold it! Was it really you?
Why? Shit! I've run out of ammo!
Tisk, tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. Time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably.
No more. Can't take this anymore. Yes, Your Honor.
Huh? I know that voice.
Mia? Mia! Doof.
Ah, shit, I hear a fucking dog out there.
Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened?
Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating.
Ah, you're finally awake. Hey, Phoenix! Gak? That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, why don't you look at me? You're... Maya?
Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. That's right, I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never give up, you can't either. That's why I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix, now listen. You've already won. You have that receipt in the court record, right? Phoenix, White wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. $1,000. Class light stand September 4th! That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go! I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Sorry, Your Honor, I'm fine now.
Let's start where we left off.
Fuck! My goddamn phone again! Your Honor, there's nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that's required now is for you to pass judgment. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you.
Opinion?
I say let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance.
Very well! You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination. The wiretapping. I could easily present the receipt here. Objection! Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, did you tell the court what's written in the other side of that receipt?
Well, a glass light stand.
And the date of purchase?
That's the day before the murder!
You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered the Fanco law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances.
Very well. Resolve the trial of...
Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. No way can he worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There's a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't gonna be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth?
If anyone's going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence.
I see. Objection denied! Complete on the trial, Mr. Phoenix Wright, will be postponed until tomorrow.
No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth's sure to come up with, or just make up something. After Mia showed up to help me and all.
Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time.
The witness will stay. Mia! Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Memo received from Mia. Your Honor, if I may.
Your court proceedings today, Mr. Wright.
You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. Take that! The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sound strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor.
Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
You've done it again! That was quite a spirited defense.
Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was.
Well, this court finds the defense, rather the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty.
Confetti!
That is all. The court is adjourned.
September 9th, 2:24 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations! You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out, huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No, there's still so much to say! Don't worry, I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief, Mia! You came! Mia, I was kind of worried you might not. Well, of course I came. Well then, pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia, you should see her face. What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What, do I look like my sister? Look like you were her! I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this! See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of, huh? She means the office! This office! Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? Who better but me, Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means? We're partners! You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Ah! Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Do what? Burgers, dummy! Burgers! There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Jesus Christ.
brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Samurai. We will save our progress up to this point. And then, I would like to say thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, where we handle Episode 3, Turnabout Samurai.